So, how can understanding your own parenthood journey help your child? I know that a lot of parents just want to support their child. I've got a lot of parents saying often, I don't have time to focus on me. I know, the whole thing where you put the mask on you and then you put the mask on your child. I get it. But I don't have time right now. I just need you to help me help my kid. And I got that many parents are tapped out. There's so much to do and so many things to handle and so little time in the day that it's unfathomable to think that someone could be offering or inviting you to think about yourself. And what I'll say is that after so many years, it's been 17 years or so now, and thousands of parents and families later that I've supported and helped throughout those years, I will tell you that the number one, I wish I knew this sooner, that parents will tell me after going through working with me is that they wish that they had done this sooner. They wish that they would have experienced what it was like to really pay attention to themselves sooner. Because when we're raising children, we're raising them in an environment. It's like they're our plants and we're trying to help them grow and we're trying to support them in being happy, successful, and independent. That's what every parent wants, is their child to be happy, successful, and independent. And the environment where we're raising them is us. We are that environment for such a long period of time in their life, from when they're younger to when they're older, but especially during those very formative years. And when we're raising children and we're doing the parenting thing, the skills, the tools, all of the stuff that we're supposed to do, we're not robots, we're human beings. And kids are going to do stuff that's going to tick us off, right? And kids are going to be in certain ways that we're just so triggered by, right? Does anyone out there have a kid that they love so much, but when that child does something specific, you just get so triggered by it, right? So we are human beings, and when we have so much to do, we have such a limited capacity most of the days to do all of it. And then our child is just being a kid and triggers us, or is making choices that we don't want them to make, or they're doing things that we don't think they should be doing, or it's a life stage for them that we know nothing about because, having a child, especially your child, does not come with a manual. So if you don't pay attention to you and your own parenthood experience and what that's bringing up for you, it's going to spill over on your child. What you're going to do is you're going to start doing things that are actually not supportive to your kid. Maybe it's in a book, maybe a coach told you to do it, but I find that it's like putting marbles in a jar that doesn't need any more marbles. It's like you're going to be putting your efforts into things that don't need your effort. Another reason why it's so important to focus on yourself is because you cannot give your child something you don't have yourself. I've got a lot of parents walking their kids into my office saying, I want my child to be more focused and to pay attention and to be in the moment. But when I watch them walking, and my window is right over my desk, when I watch them walking from their car to the building, their child is next to them and they're on their phone, not paying attention to their child, not really doing the thing that they want their child to be doing. And then when they're in my office, it's interesting, right? Because they want their child to have all of these amazing, right, Deborah? Deborah's saying this is absolutely true. We want our kids to have all these amazing tools, and I don't blame you. You want your kids to be the best. You want your kids to be better than you. You want your kids to have a life that you didn't have, or the one that you had plus better. I get it. At the same time, the inconvenient truth of the matter is that if you don't have it, you can't give it. It's probably why kids like coming to see me often, because I have the capacity to often give them my attention in a way that you or a parent may not be able to give them often, right? So every time they see me, they get the Victoria that is full of capacity. I've got all my attention on them. I'm there with them in the moment when they're upset. I'm there with them in the moment when they're happy. I'm helping them problem solve. I'm helping them communicate with their parent. Of course they like me because I've got all the capacity. I am equipped to do that. They're not my child. I'm not with them all the time. So I give you a lot of credit. And the inconvenient truth is that you'll never be perfect. And at the same time, you could think about how your experience of being a parent actually has so much to do with how you be with them in life. And so if you want your child to be calm, or if you want your child to problem solve around something, you must be a model for that. So in a sense, you have to become a self-leader. You have to become, if you haven't been before, someone who can lead yourself, someone who can be a role model by first being a leader of yourself. So if that's something that you have trouble doing, welcome to the club, because I don't know any adult that becomes a parent ready to go, right? And it's a humbling thing to discover that some of the things that you want your child to have, you don't have yourself, right? So it's important to get support. It's important to lean on people around you. And if you do get support from a professional, to get it from someone who can really help you, not just give you parenting skills, because you can get that in a book. I mean, come on, you can get that in a book, you can Google it. I've got a bunch of tips for you that I talk to my parents about all the time. But I will never talk to a parent about strategies and tips before also supporting them in ways to really connect with their experience of being a mom or a dad.